To me, being black is a privilege because, as you know, slavery was part of our history before we were actually legalized with the 14th, 15th, and 16th Amendment.
Alright, as a black man, I see myself as an outlier because all these other black people, these black men, a lot of them, all they care about is getting money, the big rims, the jewelry, the girls, the cars, and just flashy things. I mean, I don't care about all that. I just care about being happy with me.
I think what it means to be a black male in America today, you set a certain standard for yourself. You have to make sure that you dress the part and you look the part. There's always stereotypes as to what the black male is supposed to act like and look like.
So to me, it means to be successful, to be a black man in America. But also on the flip side, it means that the struggle is still there.
The struggles that we face as African Americans is there's still some racism in the world. We often get overlooked for jobs even if we are qualified. And so therefore, to overcome those obstacles, we got to present ourselves in a way that race is not a factor and that we are viewed as equals instead of being a minority or anything like that.
Stereotypes I had to deal with. When I'm trying to get a job and everything, and I go to fill out applications in store, that's when I really don't get any callbacks at all. But when I do it online, I at least get an email or a call or something. But then when they realize, I'm black and I ain't got no experience or anything, they don't give me a chance. But I feel like if I was white and not have any experience, I would at least get an interview, a call back. Because I had a lot of white friends that had jobs in high school, and they had interviews just off of the application. They had no experience, and they still got interviews.
So there was a moment where, as me as a black male, I was stereotyped. It was in Greenville, North Carolina, and it was at a Walmart, and I was with my family. And I had just had a soda. It was a Pepsi soda from somewhere else I had bought from like the gas station or something. And I remember because my cousins, they were buying a bunch of items that night. I think my cousin had bought like a hat or something, and my uncle, he had bought a couple like set of clothes. And so as we go out, after we check out the items and everything, and as we leave, there's always this person, who checks a receipt and everything when you have the cart of items. And they checked everything, but when I walked out, they were like, hold on, did you pay for that soda? And there was, right then and there was like a white family that had passed by, and dude had on a hat and he was carrying a soda too. And I was thinking to myself, why is this lady asking me, did I pay for the soda? So my dad steps in and says, no, he paid for it. He paid for it at a different place. It wasn't from here. She was like, oh, okay, I was just making sure that you weren't trying to steal anything. And right then and there, I didn't know what she was talking about then because I was much younger. But as I thought about that and what occurred that day, I thought about how many stereotypes are out here today, and that I experienced a stereotype myself because she thought I was stealing something because of the color of my skin. So I see too many young black males being influenced by some of the wrong people. I've seen little boys walk around with a bunch of chains around their neck and sagging pants and just a snapback, and thinking to myself, that's not the appropriate wear for somebody who's like 5 years old or 6 years old.
younger generation, like, I know y'all like to smoke weed and drink and whatnot. It's fun, but don't let that consume your life. Like, have other things. If you're going to do that, don't let it take over your life. Like, have some hobbies that don't involve drinking and smoking. Get your education right, get a job. Have a relationship with your family. Don't let drinking and smoking and drugs and partying take over like your whole life.
My advice to the younger generation would be to value education and go off to college so you can have a better chance of succeeding in life. Because without no education, you'll be flipping burgers for the rest of your life instead of making money that the other parties and people in the world are making. You could be those people that's on TV if you set your goals high enough and you achieve them.
I pretty much just ignore them because they really don't do nothing for me. Like, if you're not gonna like me because I'm black, there's nothing I can do to change your mind. So all I can do is ignore it.
And I think what we can do about it is just have like more male mentoring like programs. Like, if the program has to be joined up with Boys and Girls Club, or if it has to be joined up with another club, just to show that, if the fatherly male is not in the household, is not doing his part, to show, the little boy, the little kids today, how to be a man and how to be a upstanding black man, then there's something wrong with that. And there needs to be more male mentors helping out, saying, this is wrong, this is what you need to do, and showing them the right way. And
it's quite interesting what it means to be a black man of faith, to have faith, specifically Christianity, in America. I believe for those who are prominent in the Christian faith, black male leaders, there's a sense of integrity that they carry in the church as well as in the community. Most of the pastors and preachers and teachers that I see that are black males, they give back, and they have integrity about who they are. They're the same person behind the pulpit as they are when they step foot outside of the church. So on the spiritual side, I feel like there's an integrity that's missing, because we, as black males, we don't necessarily know who we are. So that question has to be answered. Who are we as black men? Who do we aspire to be? And once we figure that out, then we gain that sense of integrity. And once we have that sense of integrity, it's going to build confidence, and then we can give back. He did. He had disciples to feed. Jesus was always giving back. Jesus was selfless. That's why he died on the cross. He was selfless. That was a selfless act. And so I believe that once we, grasp the concept of being selfless, then that's when a change starts to happen in black America.
Good morning. Good morning.